Winter on the homestead appears to have arrived, and it has come in with a force. We have a lot more snow on the ground considering it's only December, and we are already hitting negative temperatures, which is pretty unusual for where we are located. This is when we start using everything that we preserved from the harvest to keep food on the table and the kitchen warm. Today, I'm showing you the real ways that we stay warm, keep everybody fed and sane through the winter. We've had some moments where it's like, all right, everybody, let's just try and survive this. Luckily, with our goats, especially during the cold, they do extremely well. One of the most important things to set them up for success during really cold stretches of weather is to ensure that they have some nice dry bedding. One of the simplest ways, almost nostalgic ways to bring joy into these cold months is to get this sauna going. Ideally, we would get it started early evening, so once nightfall comes, my husband and I could have a chance to unwind together in silence. We're definitely in this stage of life where it's a challenge to have a quiet moment together. Something like this, to sit in the warmth of a wood-fired sauna, unwind together, is definitely appreciated. Anytime that I can have something just ready to go in the morning is such a treat as a mom, especially as a mom who is up throughout the night taking care of littles. You never really know what kind of sleep you're gonna get. Granola, I have found, is such a great thing to have in the pantry. I can throw it in a bowl with some milk, give the kids something easy to hold them over, so I can maybe take my morning a little slower, enjoy a cup of coffee before my husband goes to work. As a family, we have finally got to the place where we're starting to buy more things out in bulk. Also, just using up that which we have a lot of. During our last honey harvest, we got around 11 gallons of honey, which means anytime I'm in the kitchen, I'm trying to incorporate honey into more of my recipes. So this granola recipe uses a decent amount of honey, which is great. We have a large tote of peanut butter. I love to add peanut butter into my granola because it adds so much extra flavor, and I really think it helps to make the granola extremely crunchy. I love when I can add my granola in with some milk. It stays crunchy. You almost feel like you just poured yourself a bowl of cereal, which is what I was really going for in this recipe, so I was happy to feel like I finally nailed it. I haven't quite gotten to that point in motherhood where I always know the next day what I'm gonna make for dinner. There's definitely benefits anytime that I can go ahead and do that, be a little prepared for what I'm gonna make the next day. If I'm gonna be honest though, most days it's a little bit like, let's just get everybody fed today. Tomorrow, we will think about tomorrow. Sometimes I wish I was a little more organized to keep my sourdough starter fed, because when it comes to anything bread making, you need to be organized to feed your starter the night before you want to go ahead and use it Tonight for dinner, I wanted to make some bread rolls. Of course, my starter wasn't quite fed. Ideally, I wouldn't have to use yeast, but it's something I typically keep on hand to use in a pinch when I need it. So tonight, that was exactly the case. I have found it to be a little trickier with using whole grains with a sourdough starter. I think it's maybe just because I'm new to it, and so it's just another element, it's another layer. A good way, I think, for me to learn some of the ropes is to use a yeast for any breads that I make. So I've been doing a lot more of that. I do want to get started on incorporating sourdough starter in more of my recipes, but I'm just not there yet. Anytime that I'm prepping something, say making some pizza dough, a pie crust, maybe I'm baking a bunch of dried beans, I like to try and do extra because it's one of those things where it really doesn't take any extra work to double or triple the recipe, and I can throw in the extras in the freezer. In this case, I was able to just pull some beans that I had cooked previously and add it in with my chili. I already had a bag of tomato sauce thawed out from something that I had made just a couple days ago. From there, it's like, you know what, I am gonna make some chili. In this case, I didn't have any beef, so I was able to just cook up some pork, which we had from our pig that we had butchered this fall, toss it together for a quick little chili to throw in the bread bowls. My kids absolutely love to be in the kitchen with me, depending upon what kind of time frame I'm on. Sometimes it is not always realistic if I'm just trying to bust out something real quick while baby's sleeping. Whatever it is, they love to be super hands-on. My daughter had a birthday party this week, and we decided to do something a little bit different for her birthday gift, which turned out to be really fun. We went ahead and made her a coupon book. It had a ton of fun different things in there, a treasure hunt where we just purchased some fun little gadgets from the store, hid things around the house. She got to cash one in a day. She's still working through the book. There's make some crafts, bake some cookies, flashlight, hide and seek, watch a movie. There was just a big variety. So that's been super fun to work through. Today she wanted to make a craft, so we went online and she found something that she wanted to make, which was like a kinetic sand, kind of is what I was going for. I wanted to use ingredients that I had, so it was just a melted coconut oil with 8 cups of flour, and I just mixed it together in a big tote, threw it in a pan, found her some cookie cutters, put it on the table, and she got to have a heyday for a while. This definitely was all over the floor by the end of the day, but in my mind as a parent, even if it's something is going to make a bit of a mess, if it entertains them long enough, I always find it a little bit worth it. Though sometimes I do have to be in the right mood to pull it off. Tell me in the comments, what are some ways which you love to personally keep busy during the winter months? We spend so much more time indoors, and even as moms, we too need to find something which brings us joy within the household. Is it something you do with your kids? Is it something you pull out when your kids are sleeping? I would love to hear some ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week.